by Channel 4, the local station. This is Look Local.
Welcome to Look Local. I'm Karen Adams. This is the place where we feature local businesses in North Florida and South Georgia. We do that by reminding you if you're looking for something to do or for someone to help, it's always better to look local. And today we're taking a close look at Audi. We chose Audi Jacksonville because it's a car in demand with record sales across the country, and right here in Jacksonville they've just added a new location that is located on Atlantic Boulevard. That's in addition to the location that they already have in Orange Park. Stephan Gronberg is the general manager, and he joins me now to talk about the Jacksonville dealership. So welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
How long have you been a part of the Audi picture? It's been a while.
Yeah, I've been here in Jacksonville going on 2.5 years. So it's been a great time, especially here growing the Audi brand, and with record sales and phenomenal cars. And every day you see more and more Audis on the street.
You really do. You see them everywhere. You see a lot of advertisements for them. And for the longest time, it was just the Orange Park dealership, which, you know, God love you guys. But if you live on this side of the Buckland Bridge, it was a real pain to get there all the time. So now, luckily, you have the one on Atlantic Boulevard, and it is really phenomenal. It's gorgeous.
Absolutely. We spent a lot of time developing it. It was 60,000 square feet. We did everything with the customer in mind, down to the seats that are in the showroom, multiple waiting rooms for you to wait in service.
This is also neat because they actually, when I was out there, you guys built it higher than Atlantic Boulevard. So when you're driving down Atlantic and you look over and you see Audi, you get a fantastic view of it because it's not just street level, is it?
That's correct, yes. So we built it for it to have on-the-road feel, but we still have our cars up front because obviously that's what we do. We like to show off the goods. So, but if you're driving by at nighttime, especially, you almost feel like you're going to run into it. It's quite the experience.
It's really nice. It's really nice, and inside is just part of it. When you can see inside at night better. Let's take a look at some of what we shot. That we did this. It was great. Let's take a quick peek.
So if you come over here and you can see the kind of the new Audi design, and we're one of the few stores in this country that's actually done this. So if I'm not mistaken, we're one of 3 in the country that have this setup with the high back chairs with the TVs in the middle, and the TVs are designed for customer interaction. So obviously we can also help on Sundays. We're in the South, so we like to watch football. So on Sundays or Saturdays we'll have some football playing. So
this is kind of designed then when people maybe come in to have their car serviced or something, they don't necessarily have to take a loaner. You've made it, you know, very user-friendly and customer-friendly, if you will. So people can just really sit down and relax and chill out, enjoy all these televisions. How many TVs do you have here, Stephan?
We have a total of 13 televisions in this dealership.
Wow.
So, and they're located everywhere. We have an upstairs additional lounge that's a little more private. There's also a TV up there. We have a corner lounge over here for Audi Sport that's also kind of a little more private. We went away a little bit from your traditional automotive dealership where we also don't have paper cups. You know, we do ceramic cups, a little more upscale. You know, more of what our customer deserves as well.
Going for that Audi customer.
Correct. So, and moving forward over here in our service department, we have a whole boutique that we set up with a bunch of nice Audi goodies. A lot of stuff that we generally aren't able to really display. We kind of put in here to have a nice little display for our customers. So obviously they love their cars. There's lots of Audi, bags, shirts, stuff
and free
like
Wi-Fi. I see
and
the
free
sign,
Wi-Fi,
free Wi-Fi
for sure.
up there.
Absolutely.
So it gives customers something to do while they're waiting.
Absolutely.
I think the whole idea there is really just to get customers to enjoy where they're sitting and where they're spending time. So it makes them want to stay there, not necessarily have to take a loaner, right?
Absolutely. I mean, we did everything for, the more you enjoy it, the less you feel like you're waiting. We did many things from an iPad bar so you can sit there and get work done, down to a conference room that's available to be used. We have customers that call us and they say, hey, can I use your conference room for a meeting? And we'll say, absolutely, that's what we built it for.
You know, when I was at home looking at some of the video that we shot, because, we did this on their location, obviously, and I'm like, look at all this stuff, Addie, look at all these goodies, because that's what we called it. My daughter's like, that's merch, Mom. It's merch. Call it merch. I'm like, okay, we'll call it merch. But yeah, you've got everything. You've got everything there. And that's just the downstairs. There's also an upstairs where customers can go up and down. Let's take a look at that.
Yeah.
Tell us what's up here.
So up here we've got an additional waiting lounge for our customers, you know, when they want a little more privacy perhaps. So up here we have some additional seating. We have what I like to call the world's largest marble bar, and we have an additional, you know, coffee station. We have a private conference room over here that we can use as well, that our customers can use if they so desire. And up here you got, yep, and you got a great view right here of Atlantic Boulevard. So, you know, a lot of our customers, when they want a little more privacy, they come up here. It's a little more quiet, little, you know, more privacy. As well as, you know, we have our, this is where our salesmen's reside, if you will. So this is where they get their phone calls done and all that. And it's kind of a cool.
And what happens in there? Conferences, it looks like. You have lots of chairs.
This would be our training room.
Okay. Yeah. What are you training people for?
To sell.
Oh.
So at the end of the day, we do want to sell cars. We like to sell cars, and we like to get more Audis in Jacksonville. So that this is where we do our daily training, and then this is where our salespeople are when they're making phone calls, whatnot, with motivational posters all around in Audi sport colors. So Audi sport colors are red, gray, and black.
Nice.
So. Up here we also have 2 private bathrooms. Not everybody likes to use a bathroom that's, you know, together with, you know, other people.
So it's just a one
so
stall.
they wanted to, yep, they wanted to come up here and just have one stall. They're gender neutral, so they can come up here and use a kind of a private bathroom.
I really like this marble bar.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't really see those very often. I like the whole idea of being able to see over and down. Although I can't really see down from here, maybe because I'm vertically challenged.
Maybe.
I can see over there.
That's all that matters, that's for sure. So you can see Atlantic Boulevard. That's what we designed it for.
It's an amazing view, for sure and certain.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, how many cars can you actually service out there?
We do about 1,600 a month right now. We could do more.
Really?
As we built it to do about 2,000 to 2,400 a month.
And you have some kind of new techniques inside that service bay when you go to get your car serviced.
Absolutely. We have a drive-on alignment rack, so we can align anything. It doesn't matter how low it is. We can align it without having to worry about it scraping or this, that, and the other. We have very low lifts, so again, we can work on anything as well. So we service all makes and models. It doesn't just have to be an Audi. You know, we like to take care of anyone here in Jacksonville, which is why we also open service on Sundays, because no one else on Atlantic Boulevard is open on Sundays for service.
Okay,
so.
you know, I want to, they have a key machine where you can, explain the key machine, because I want everybody at home to see it, but basically what it is where you keep all of the car keys.
Absolutely.
It's a key machine. Inside of this, I've never seen anything like that before.
Yeah, well, the key machine that we have is state of the art. It does everything from take a picture of you when you take a key out. We know who had the key when, and everything is digitalized and kept in a lock box that can only be opened by biometrics.
Okay, let's take a quick look at that key machine. It's pretty neat how he uses it.
So this is our key machine. This is actually it uses biometrics. So whenever we need to get a key, we can actually open it, and anything red shows an open spot. Or typically, if you pick the key out, you can just put the stock number in there, and you can actually take the key out. So we have 156 new cars on the lot, and we had 56 used cars on the lot currently, and growing. So we know we're going to be limited by room. Hopefully, if everything goes to plan.
So biometrics. So if it's biometrics, what does that mean? You use your
I can use my fingerprint to just open up right here, and it just automatically just starts working.
And it recognizes
Yep,
you.
correct.
Pretty neat. It's neat, and it's extra safety too.
Absolutely.
For the dealership. All right, well, don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we're going to take an up close and personal look at the Q5, which is the #1 selling SUV that Audi has on the market. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We are continuing our special half hour on Audi, and with me is Stephan Gronberg, the general manager for the Audi dealership. We know everybody seems to be into SUVs. Sedans, yes, but SUVs are almost even more popular right now, especially for a lot of moms that have to haul things around. Which one is your best seller?
I mean, SUVs are on fire. The Q5 is by far our best seller across the country, not just here in Jacksonville. It's totally redesigned for 2018 with a whole new design, better handling, better engine, beautiful on the inside and out, and great technology. down to the very nitty-gritty. So.
All right, and we got a chance to look at one of those, which is right on the dealership floor on Atlantic Boulevard. Let's take a look at that. So when it comes to the SUVs, Audi has a great line. You have three of them. The Q7, which is the big one, the biggest one you have. The Q5, which is the medium size, and the Q3. But your most popular seller, you say, is the Q5.
That's correct. So it's just kind of the happy medium segment. It's not too big, not too small. It's got all our new tech. It's all new for 2018. Right here we have a Premium Plus model, which is kind of your middle of the road. This is going to have all your technology. It's going to have all your safety equipment. It's going to have your blind spot monitoring. It's going to have your nice wheels, your panoramic sunroof.
So the panoramic sunroof, just one of the many things in there. We've seen a beautiful picture of it rolling. You know, it's just an eye catcher of a car, isn't it, Stephan?
Absolutely, yeah. And you can see the new LED front headlights that are real eye-catching. You know, that catches your eye when you're driving at night. And the new body lines, the design is fantastic, and it's been a real treat for our customers. They've really taken to it.
You know, you guys came out with those LED lights in 2012. I was one of the lucky people that got to own one of those, and we loved the car. It drove great. I always felt it was a real heavy car.
Yeah, for sure. It's built to give you that sturdy feeling. And a lot of people don't know Audi as for its safety, but Audi believes that if it's a car supposed to be safe, so they don't have to talk about it. So. Another
thing that Audi is in the forefront of, at least, to correct me if I'm wrong, but it almost seems like you guys are leading the way when it comes to the engineering and to the things that are going on electrically inside the car.
That's correct. I mean, we always keep a very short talk on anything that's going on, because we like to be the first to introduce things into the market, like our nav systems that are in all our cars. We call it the virtual cockpit, that lets you have behind your steering wheel a nice view of the navigation system. You can work your phone on it. You can do anything without taking your hands off the steering wheel.
Yeah, let's take a look at that. We have some of that on camera. I want people at home to see this. This nav system is unbelievable. Take a look.
The difference is I think it's become more apparent now because now you got two big screens, and I think it's just a play on the old nav system. Everyone uses their phones, so there's why do I need nav kind of deal. So Audi makes it, well, this is why you need nav, because you want to have that beautiful footage, and you want to have the nav. The Google traffic is also built into it.
You know, that's unbelievable, because a lot of people started to do, okay, well, if I've got Apple Play or if I've got, you know, an Android, I can integrate that into it, so I don't necessarily need to get nav. But your nav system has both.
Correct. Yeah.
Explain
if you're the kind of person that likes to use your Waze or your Google Maps, or go ahead and put your destination on your phone, that's great. You can do that. You can hook up to Apple CarPlay or Android Play, and it'll go right there on the screen for you. So I mean, we kind of do best of both worlds for your own choice. So if you want to save the money and not get the navigation system, you can. You still have that ability to do it with your phone.
You know, do you guys also do something with Apple Watches? I mean, with the integration of being able on some of the cars, I think, to be able to start them.
Correct. So if you have on our newer models, if you have the Audi Connect app, you can use it to start the car. You can use it to turn the heat on, the heated seats on, this, that, and the other, and you can do it with your phone as well, and your watch.
And on your watch, and you want to make sure you get the ventilated seats if you're in Florida, because it's hot down here. So you don't just think about heated seats, think about the air-conditioned seats, because that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
The car also it's a classic in that, yes, it's recently undergone a facelift, but they don't change that much. It's not like getting something that's more pedestrian, where they change the body style every 2 years, so you feel like you're driving a dated automobile every 2 years. When you get something like an Audi, you don't expect them to change that, except for what, every how many?
Every 7 or 8 years is the typical age for our cars. So right now, being 2018, the new model for that vehicle, I mean, it'll be with us for a while.
Right.
So it's great, which is great for us, because we're going to have fantastic pre-owned cars in the future as well.
What's the average mileage people drive these things to? Because I know you see a lot of them come in and everybody wants to upgrade all the time.
Of course, here in Jacksonville, it's growing as the city grows. But it's typically about 10,000 miles a year is about what we see our customers drive.
Okay. And so this is your bestseller SUV. They do have a very popular sedan.
That's correct.
Which, if you're kind of on the fence and you don't really know which one to get, the best way to go, I guess, is just to come in and drive them.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
We have 156 cars in stock, so there's plenty for you to drive.
And plenty of colors.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Plenty of colors on the interior, so you want to make sure everything matches. Well, when we come back, we're going to talk about the best-selling sedan, which is the A4. We'll be right back to talk about that. Stay with us. Welcome back. I'm with Stephan Gronberg, who's the general manager of Audi Jacksonville. He's here with us today for the whole half hour. We're talking about some of the great cars that they have out at Audi Jacksonville, and it's a brand new dealership too, so make sure you get out and check it out. We've talked about the Q5, the SUV, the dealership in general, but one thing I want to hit on is the sedans. You have a great line of sedans.
Absolutely. The A4 that came out in 2017 has been a big hit for us. Recently refreshed for 2018, and it continues to take a precedent on the most of our sedan sales, to be honest.
It continues to not disappoint.
That's correct.
I'm telling you that because I'm impressed. Take a look.
Our A4 is all new for 2017. 18 has a little bit of refreshes, some additional packages that you can get, as well as a all-new package that just recently came out with a tech package that's going to give you all that technology for basically free. So you can have your virtual cockpit, and you can have your double screens, and you can have all that at your fingertips for the price of the original base car. So
yeah, and that's what's important, because sometimes they nickel and dime you on, okay, well, if you want this, you have to pay another. Correct. You have to move up into a different package for another $3,500, and then you want parking assist, and you want all this. What you're saying is all this comes almost standard. Correct.
So that's new. That's every year. There's 2 times a year that Audi comes with special models, and that's where we're at right now. We're in summer of Audi packages, and then the season of Audi, which is going to be the last half of the year. That's where these packages are for. They're for our selling season. So the A4 is a great value. I mean, this is our I wouldn't say our entry level, but it's kind of our mid-level sedan. But it has great lease options that you can get in the 400s even.
Okay.
So I mean, you can have a beautiful
A4.
A4
car payment that's not going to kill you.
Correct, and like I said, it's all new for 2017. So it still has all that wonderful technology that the Q5 has. With the fun stylage and the fun driving, all the LED lights that Audi is well known for.
And it's a great looking car too, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It's sharp looking. So that's not the smallest one.
No.
So the A4, there's one that comes on, I guess, smaller than that.
Correct.
But the A4 is a great size for a family or for single people.
Absolutely. Yeah, we find both people that buy it.
Mm-hmm. And what do people, when they get these cars, what seems to be the reason they come back for them again?
Usually it's safety, reliability, and the overall look and feel that they get with the cars. The Audis feel very strong, like you said, very sturdy. Not to mention that 2 years later, after owning one, they still don't creak, they don't make rattle noises. So they're very, very well built vehicles for sure, and they age very well. You don't 2 years later, you still feel like you're driving a brand new car.
I think the paint is a grade above some of the not German cars, and I'm not even specifically talking American cars, but even some of the Japanese cars. I think that the paint on the Audi was always more scratch-proof, rock-proof. I think it's a different quality of paint altogether.
Absolutely, we use a lot of 3 or 4 coat paint jobs, and the paint lasts forever. You'll never see an Audi that's lost its paint after 4 years per se,
no.
Even if you leave it out in the sun.
And you don't see one that's got a lot of rock chips, if you're somebody that pays attention to that kind of thing.
Right.
But it's just it's also not, it's a sporty looking car.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Audi's known for, is they want to make sports cars for everyday driving that get great gas mileage. It's kind of like the unforeseen that every other automaker's trying to do, that Audi's been doing for years.
All right, who would be the typical driver of something like this? Would this be like a young executive, or an older lady, or an older man, or some
We have a little for everyone. I mean, we have
16-year-old somewhere.
We do have a lot of that wants to buy it for sure.
Yeah.
But we have a little bit of everything. We have a good portfolio from first time young professionals, all the way to retirees. So I mean, we have a great mix for every single person basically.
What kills me is you guys have like totally skyrocketed in Jacksonville. I mean, there was just one dealership, now there's 2. Now they're becoming more popular. It used to be you would only see one every so often. They're still pretty, they're not that common.
Correct.
So people can still kind of keep their anonymity, but also it's not like every other, one on the street.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely growing in Jacksonville. We plan on taking over the luxury market. That's what we're here for.
I know, and you guys are totally on the way to do that. One of the things also inside the dealership when you go inside is once you buy the car there, it's actually an experience that you're trying to give people that I've never seen anywhere else. Kind of set this up, what makes it different, and then we're going to show.
So whenever you buy a brand new Audi or CPO Audi at our Atlantic store,
CPO is certified pre-owned.
Absolutely. we have this big beautiful glass cube that we bring your car into while you're signing the paperwork in the 2 adjoining offices. So as you're signing paperwork, this big beautiful car that you just bought gets put right in front of you, kind of like you get to open your present that you just purchased for yourself.
And it looks that cool. Let's look at the bay. Now, one of the things that you have at this dealership that I have never seen before is this. Explain what this is.
So this is a delivery bay. So essentially, if you buy a brand new car from us, we're gonna, you end up in one of these 2 finance offices doing your final paperwork. And as you're finishing your final paperwork, the gates are actually gonna open, and you're gonna see your brand new car being pulled in here. And when you're done, you actually get in your car, brand new car here, and our technologist will go over all the features with you, this, that, and the other about your brand new car. And then when you drive off, you have the wonderful skyline of Jacksonville, and we take a nice picture of you with your brand new car in what we call our glass cube.
There you go, the beautiful glass cube, and everything's state of the art too. They don't have guys like your salesmen. They don't have like paperwork where they're doing everything's done on iPads.
Absolutely.
So it's really pretty much state of the art there from the beginning to the end. So definitely, what do you want us to do? Come see you?
Absolutely, come see us. We have 2 great locations in Blanding Boulevard and Atlantic Boulevard. And mention Look Local. We'd love to know where you saw us, and love to sell you a car.
Yeah, and if you mention Look Local, you never know what you might get.
Absolutely, we'll take extra good care of you.
Okay, all right. Stephan Gronberg, great to have you as always.
Thanks for having me.
And thanks to you and Jack Hanania. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
You bet. If you'd like more information on Audi Jacksonville, you can go to news4jax.com/looklocal. And if you have a business and you would like to showcase it, or if you have a cause that you'd like to promote, you can come on Look Local. All you need to do is call me, Karen Adams, right here at the station. Thanks for watching. We hope to see you next week for another Look Local.